On Saturday evening, August the 12th, I was blessed to see Petra live on their 50th anniversary tour at a little church, actually a pretty good-sized church called Hope Church, a mega church just 15 minutes down the road from my house. It was a super cool environment. There were about 1,000 classic Christian rock fans there, man. All of them were close to my age. I mean, hey, we're talking about Petra here. This evening was super special for 3 reasons. Number 1, my wife Kelly went with me. You guys may have heard me talk in past videos about the fact that Kelly is more of a Sandy Patty CCM kind of person. She's got a great voice. I love that kind of music, but the whole point is she's not really into rock, let alone metal. So anytime I get a chance to take her to a show like this, I always enjoy it. I love being with her, and she always comes away going, hey, that was pretty good, which is exactly what happened this time. The second reason was that a totally awesome, unexpected blessing fell right into my lap. I'll talk about that here in just a second. And third, it was just an incredible performance and evening of music from one of the most iconic, legendary pioneer bands of Christian rock ever. I captured the whole experience in little snippets of video and pictures on my phone. Cannot wait to share it with you.
Rocking you up for Jesus Christ with classic style hard rock music and practical Bible teaching.
Okay, man, this is like last minute. We just learned that Petra is on their 50th anniversary tour, and they're coming to Algood, Tennessee, which is just right down the road from here in Cookeville. They're going to be at a church called Hope Church. Never been there. I think it's a pretty good sized church. I think there's going to be like 1,000 people. Supposed to be sold out. Should be cool. Going with my wife, Kelly. Looking forward to it. I'm going to try to capture some stops along the way, like get a picture of the venue or a shot of the venue, maybe the lobby inside, give you a feel for what the event feels like. Maybe we can get a shot of the crowd. I don't think I'm going to try to take any videos of the actual songs because that kind of stuff's everywhere on the internet. For this, because it is like this historic moment where it's their 50th anniversary, right? Probably won't ever see Petra again. I want to try to capture anything that John or any of the other band members say from the stage in between songs, okay? So we'll see. You never know what you're going to get. The opening band is called Not Ashamed. I heard rumors the Rex Carroll might be there doing a solo thing, which would be cool. Definitely get some shots of that if he is. Not Ashamed. Is that like a Newsboys tribute band? I don't know. We'll see, man. It's gonna be fun. I'll get these clips, drop them in the computer when it's done, and try to build a video around it, and hopefully we'll have a fun experience together here, okay? Looking forward to seeing it and sharing it with you.
Can't really see much. It's just a big church. Glad it turned out to be a nice evening. It had some bad thunderstorms earlier, but it's calmed down and beautiful now. All right, here we go. All right, here we are inside Hope Church. Pretty cool narthex. Hear a little Petra music playing on the video screen there. And we're going to go in and see what we can find for seats. Yeah. How you doing, man? Let's just get the first impressions here. Oh, sweet. All right, this is going to be cool. Right. Okay, so these are the seats we're at. Looks like they're playing videos from through the decades, through the years. And they're having artists come on and wish them a happy 50th anniversary. They had different artists dropping in with just little selfie videos saying, hey, Petra, congratulations on 50 years, and sharing little memories. Some fans that had sent them in that said, oh, this is how your music touched my life back in 1980, whatever, and you saw me through this tough time, and you're just such a blessing. Super cool, just tribute stories. Some of the artists that I remember sharing, there was Toby Mac, Michael Barnes of the band Red, Travis McConnell and L.A. Ellis of Chaotic Resemblance, man. I remember seeing those guys with Petra and with Stryper back in 2016. Loved them. These dudes are super cool. And I just got to drop this in and say that one of the reasons I love Chaotic Resemblance is they're younger guys, but they kind of have a classic soul, kind of an older soul. They're one of the newer bands that play just classic style hard rock and metal. If you haven't checked out Chaotic Resemblance, you got to check them out. Rex Carroll had a really cool message. He said, Petra, thank you for blazing the trail for the bands that came after you. Because, Petra came up through the 70s and they were already kind of veterans by the time the 80s rolled around. And then bands like Whitecross and others came along and stood on their shoulders. That was a really cool tribute that he paid them. Stephen Curtis Chapman shared a really cool tribute and thank you message. Michael Sweet of Stryper, who in a lot of my videos I talk about Stryper kind of blazing a trail for all the 80s metal bands that came after them, but I thought it was cool to hear him thank Petra for kind of carving that initial path that made a lot of, even the idea of doing Christian rock possible for people like him. And then the most epic and fun of all the tribute thank you videos came from John Cooper of Skillet. This was so fun and so cool, I had to go find it. I downloaded it. I made a couple of edits to shorten it down for this video. If you look it up online, you can see the whole thing. It's really worth checking out. But here is a piece of John Cooper's tribute video to Petra.
Hey, this is John Cooper with the band Skillet. Oh my gosh. Happy 50th. This is unbelievable. Petra rules. Petra is my band. I love you guys. Thank you so much for what you do. I need to say this first of all. Nobody would ever have heard of Skillet. In fact, there would be no Skillet if there was no Petra. Bands like us are standing on your shoulders. You guys were trailblazers. My two favorite Petra albums are, number one, More Power to Ya, When You're Standing on His Word. This is my album. When you trust Him with your whole heart in the message you have heard. Then Petra released what I think is arguably the second best Petra record, On Fire, with a new lead singer, years later, with a new sound into a new generation of music. That is very difficult to do, so tons of props. I cannot tell you how much your music meant to me growing up. My mom fought cancer for 3 years. She died when I was 15. Your music gave me hope. It taught me about a God who is faithful. It taught me about a God who would never leave me, would never forsake me, and it taught me to stand up. Make a stand for Jesus, stand up. Come on now. And be proud of my faith in God. That's what you guys did for me. Rock and roll music, as far as my mom concerned, rock and roll music was the worst thing the devil ever did in the earth. The only thing worse than rock music was Christian rock music, which my mom thought was satanic. Petra was coming to my city. I was in 8th grade on the This Means War tour, which was an amazing album. He came, he saw, he conquered death and hell. My mom wasn't going to let me go when we were fighting. So finally my mom said, okay, John, I'm going to take you to the Petra concert. And when, not if, when they start praying to the devil, then we're going to leave. We went to the show. Thank the Lord Jesus that Petra never started praying to the devil. And at the end of the concert, my mom looked at me and she said, John, I can tell those boys love Jesus. Fired up! All the king's horses and all the king's men gonna ride down from heaven from where they been. 'Cause I'm clean, clean, clean before my Lord. Da-da-da-da-da. So be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Whereof His might. Clean, clean before my Lord. There's a higher place to go beyond belief, beyond belief. Where we reach the next plateau, beyond belief, beyond belief. Like a spotless lamb and blameless in His sight, with no trace of wrong left to right. I'm clean, clean, clean. Don't let your heart be hardened. Don't let your love grow cold, cold. It must be like another best friend's broken vow. It is finished, da-da-da-da-da, and the sky grew black as the night. Da-da-da. Nail right through your wrist. We know that Jesus died for our justification. Just like Judas. Kiss, 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 kiss.
The opening band, as I mentioned in one of my videos earlier in this video, was called Not Ashamed. Just because I had never heard of them, and I knew the Newsboys had an album early on called Not Ashamed, I thought, is this a Newsboys tribute band? I mean, they've been around long enough to have a tribute band, right? No, that's not what it was at all. Not Ashamed was a very cool, soulful blues rock band. They had a very cool kind of old school but yet modern vibe. Honestly, at times, I kind of got from them the same kind of vibe I get when I watch bands like Prince. If you've ever seen Prince live or clips of his band live, just very jam oriented, a lot of soul, bluesy. They had this one girl backup singer. She was just a little petite thing, but she had just this voice that wailed and just added so much. They had a great sax player. It was very cool. It's funny. It's not the kind of music that I'm going to go out and buy or, put in my playlist on Spotify, but anytime I see good music live, I enjoy it. They were very cool. And the lead singer then said this.
Well, if I can talk Rex into coming, I can get him to get up here on stage and jam with us on a few songs. Amen? So, let's bring him out right now. Give it up, y'all, for Mr. Rex Carroll. He's been helping us out on this one worship song that we do. I love worship songs. You know, the thing that I really love about worship songs is you can have a good worship song on the radio and there'll be like 3 different artists playing it on the radio all at the same time. They'll all just have their own different version of it on the radio, and one of those songs is called Good, Good Father. Do you guys like that song? I love that song. I love that song. And you call me deeper still, and you call me deeper still. Man, what, and well, you probably ain't never heard it like this before.
Funny.
1, 2, 3.
And then this happened.
So would you guys maybe like to hear Rex just play a little something on the guitar for y'all?
after he played that solo, he said, hey guys, I've got to get on the road and head back up to Chicago. Remember, we're in Tennessee, okay? He said, I got to get up to Chicago because tomorrow morning, this was a Saturday night when the concert happened. He said, tomorrow morning, my son is being baptized. And of course, the whole place went wild. Said, oh, that's awesome. But then he said, but I'll be out of the table. He had a Whitecross merch table set up, and he said, I'll be out of the table if anybody wants to come out and hang. And I looked at Kelly as soon as he said that. I said, honey, I love you. Enjoy the rest of Not Ashamed. I'm out of here. And I bolted out to the table. I bought a shirt, and I waited for Rex to come out. Rex comes out, and he's just super chill. And then this happened. Rex took one of those pens that you can write on fabric with, and he signed my shirt in this gold ink. And I've got it right here. Okay, I want you to check this out. I was like a 12-year-old kid in a candy store. Okay, oh, it's Rex Carroll. I mean, this is one of my guitar heroes. So it was like super cool to just out of the blue have him show up and have an opportunity to meet him. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I hope that you can. Can you see his signature on there? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Didn't really get to chat much, just shake his hand, say, God bless you, brother. There was a line of people, and I moved on. But wow, what an unexpected and very cool moment. And then it was time for Petra, man. Just what you would expect. Just a seasoned professional band with a massive catalog of music. These guys were just so good with the crowd. They're just filled with God's Spirit. They've got just this endless list of songs they can draw from, and it was just a very enjoyable, worshipful, cool night of music. I was kind of hoping that John Skillet or maybe some of the other band members would say some things in between songs. There was one really cool moment where Bob took center stage and just kind of shared this extended story. It was a funny, really cool story about Petra's very early days. I actually kept that out of this video. I'm going to create a separate video just for that, okay? It's going to be like a funny story about Petra from Bob Hartman or something like that. Watch for the title. But other than that, John Skillet or no one else really said much between songs. But I did capture whatever John Skillet did say, and here are just some of those moments from the show. And in this next clip, you're going to see they had just finished playing a slower song. And John, I don't know if he's like this every night or what, but he just was amped up and ready to rock. So every time they played a slow song, he'd say something like this. In this moment, he looks over at Bob and he goes, dude, okay, that was cool. Slow song, that's nice. But I'm ready to rock. Are you ready to rock? All right, check this out. This is funny.
Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to rock? Yeah, I think the man's ready to rock. We did 2 slow songs. That's good enough.
And then here it comes again, man. As we head into this next clip, they had just finished an entire medley of their slower songs. They had so many songs. They just kind of had to, kind of crunch a bunch together in various medleys to get a lot of it in. And again, John Skillet's like, dude, I'm ready to rock. Check this out.
Love those slow songs. Love those beautiful songs that a lot of them written by Bob, of course. But you know what? We're a rock band. And slow songs are fine, for mellow radio stations. But one question tonight. How many people, don't you even start yet, how many people, when you wake up, you go, I'm going to be perfect today. And before you walk out the bedroom door, you've already blown it. Come on. That's called the Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. We want to get from Is it gonna be you? Is it gonna be you? Is it gonna be you?
There at the end, that was Bob Hartman wishing everybody a good night and thanking folks for coming. And it was funny because when I heard him say that, it just struck me. He's a fellow Hoosier. Petra started up in northern Indiana in Fort Wayne. And I learned while I was there talking to somebody that Bob Hartman lives just over the mountain from where I live today in a little town. I'm not even going to disclose it for just respecting his privacy, but I was like, whoa, the dude just lives 20 minutes away. This is crazy. But it's clear that some of this southern twang down here in Tennessee had rubbed off on him. He's like, thank you for coming. This was great. Good night. I just thought that was super cool. And thank you for letting me share this evening with you. I hope it was fun just to kind of reminisce and walk through that experience with me. I'd really appreciate it, man, if you enjoyed this video. If you'd like the video, give it a thumbs up, grab the link, share it with a friend. Let me know down in the comments if you've seen Petra before, some of your favorite Petra memories, maybe your favorite Petra song. That'd be cool. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll like this one right over here as well. Check it out. Keep your eyes on Jesus, my friends, and I'll catch you in the next video.